Have you ever had a day, maybe even a few days in a row, that you just felt off, that you were not functioning the best, or you were in a funk? I'm sure most of you have at least once, if not multiple times. I seem to do this regularly to myself. Every month or two, there'll be a period of a few days where I feel like I'm in a funk, stuck in a rut, where I just don't feel like doing anything. I feel tired, run down, disinterested, and disengaged. I tend to procrastinate more during this time, and I'm easily distracted. I find myself scrolling on social media or playing word games on my phone, and I really feel just pretty blah. I tend to try perking myself up with food, choosing the higher calorie, sugar laden food, thinking it will give me the energy I want. It doesn't. It just makes me more tired, inflamed, and craving more of it. I have less tolerance of other people's behaviors, and I get crabbier, and my tone is sharp and snippy. Has this ever happened to you? When do you notice you are in a funk? Not yourself? Or maybe stuck in a rut? What do you tend to do? The first step to getting out of this rut is awareness of what you are like and what you do when you're functioning at your best and when you're not. There are so many reasons why you and I may not be functioning at our best, but I'll start off with the ones that I turn to look at first. The first one is sleep. Have I been getting enough quality and restful sleep? I know personally I need around 8 hours of good quality sleep a night to function at my best. When I'm not feeling 100%, I look back at my week and see how many nights I slept well. If I haven't, then I'll make a plan to get to bed earlier and try to get in at least 8 hours of sleep. What about you? How many of hours of good quality sleep do you need to feel at your best? Versus how many hours are you surviving on? Let's make a plan to get the sleep you need. The next thing I kind of look at is the food I'm eating. What types of food have I been eating? How much? What time am I eating? Am I eating late at night, close to bedtime? I know when I'm feeling off or in a funk, I'm eating too many foods high in sugar or processed carbs because, like I said earlier, it just makes me feel sluggish, weighed down, and tired. But also, my brain gets hijacked. I think I need the sugar for energy. And then I eat it, then my dopamine center lights up and craves more of it. So I eat more of it, even though my body says, stop, this does not feel good. But my brain won't listen. It's been hijacked. Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever continued to eat something that your body has said, stop, don't eat anymore? Well, we just wrapped up Halloween with all the candy. And now Thanksgiving is around the corner, and then it's going to be Christmas. Sweets and sugars are all over the place. Do you have a plan to reduce temptation? The third thing I look at is exercise. Have I been moving my body enough and getting my heart rate up? I know I feel better when I exercise and move my body on a daily basis. I have my regular routine of walking and doing some light weight or body exercises that I do most of the days of the week. But sometimes when I'm stuck in a rut, I have a tendency to like do the same exercises over and over, and I really need to mix it up a little bit. And I really need to include some exercises that get my heart rate up better and that also heat up my body enough to where I break a sweat. And this is really what feels good. It's more like the high intensity interval training kind of stuff. I need that once in a while because that really fuels me and gives me energy and makes me feel good. I just need to remember that. But other times my body is overworked. I have really stressed it out, overworked it, and I really need to slow down and do maybe some gentle stretching or some yoga. And this also feels really good when I do it at the appropriate times. So, how about you? How do you feel when you move your body? And when you don't move your body, how do you feel? What types of exercises make your body feel good and give you energy? So, sleep, food, and exercise are the first things that I look at. And when I talk to people, encourage them to look at when you're not feeling your best. But there's a few more things to consider when you're in a funk. The first is a routine. What is my normal routine? And am I out of it? I have a typical routine throughout the day that I'm used to. It's structure. It structures my day. It kind of just gives it a flow. But when I'm not at home, maybe when I'm out of town, when my family is home, or when I have more appointments or meetings than usual, it throws me off my normal routine. So, believe it or not, we are more easily stressed when we're out of our normal routine. It throws us off in so many different ways. Sleep, food, exercise are all off. And this can be good, but it can also derail us for the days that we're going through it and for a few days afterwards if we let it. So let's look back on the times when your routine has been disrupted. How have you responded? How was your sleep? What type of food did you eat? Did you move your body? Honestly, sometimes I sleep better if there are less distractions when I'm away, but it depends on the environment. Often when I'm traveling, it's a hotel. It's way different than my house or the basement of one of my kids' house. I don't get the best sleep in those environments because it's different. Or maybe the time change throws me off when I'm traveling. Or if I need to catch an early morning flight, my sleep routine is totally disrupted then. And also like breakfast and moving my body because I do that all right away in the morning. But sometimes I can eat better when I'm out of town because I don't have a kitchen full of food at my disposal, which means I'm not grazing or snacking all day. So, what about you? What is your normal routine, and what are some things that throw it off? And how can you get back into your normal routine when you're off? The next thing I like to look at too is enjoyable activities. Have I been doing some activities that I really enjoy? Often when I'm in a funk, I don't feel like doing anything I need to do because I haven't done many enjoyable activities or activities I want to do outside of work, volunteering, or my regular household chores. I haven't done any fun stuff. I've only focused on things that need to get done, not things that I want to do. Activities I enjoy include being outside in the sun, sitting and reading a book, baking cookies, making a seasonal decoration for the house or yard, just to name a few. An enjoyable activity can be something that needs to be done, but the difference is if you want to do it. If I want to do it, I'm usually in the mood to do it, and then it'll bring satisfaction if I do it. For example, the leaves in the yard need to be raked, or the garden needs to be cleaned up before winter. But if I really just want to get outside and be in the sun and get some fresh air and maybe a little exercise, raking leaves or cleaning the garden can be enjoyable to me. And when I'm in this kind of frame of mind or mood, I want to do it. There's a difference. It's not a chore, like I have to do it or it's something I really need to do. It turns into something I want to do because I can be out in the sun, I can be outside, and I can get some exercise. See the difference? Sometimes we are stuck in a rut of doing things, only things that have to get done, and we forget or we run out of time to sprinkle in a few activities that we do enjoy. So, what are some activities you enjoy doing that you haven't done in a while? What is one enjoyable activity you can plan to do this week? The last thing I'll mention today, a reason that I can be in a funk or not functioning at my best, is lack of clarity. When I'm not clear of what I want to accomplish today or when it needs to be done, or I lack clarity of the reason why I'm doing something, I struggle. I will put it off. I will procrastinate. I will find other things to do. No vision, no goal, no plan, no purpose equals no action. I'm really just sitting and spinning. I do nothing productive. I mean, granted, I could be doing a lot of things that have absolutely no purpose or don't need to be done, that are really just distracting me from getting clear on what I need to do next. Cleaning out a drawer, probably not needed at the time. What I need is clarity. I need to know what I'm going to do, when it needs to be done, and why I need to do it. Clarity really helps with motivation. If I know I have a deadline by the end of the week to get a project done, I will plan ahead. I will make the time throughout the week to do what is necessary to get it done. But if the timeline is like, oh, at the end of the month or next month, I probably won't even start it until the week of. Deadlines make things happen. Deadlines make me move. How is this true for you? Are there times when you feel like you're stuck and not moving forward? Is it because you're lacking clarity of what, when, or why? What will help you to get more clear? Do you need to set a deadline? Do you need to schedule time in your day to work on it? What will help you gain clarity? Now, there's so many reasons why you and I may not be functioning at our best. Sleep, food, and exercise are good places to start. But also look at any changes in your routine. If you're doing enjoyable activities and if you're clear on what you're doing, when it needs to be done, and why it is important for you to do it. All of these reasons and so many more affect how we perceive the situation, how we think about it, our attitude, our mood, and ultimately what we do about it. We have a choice. We are in control. Take responsibility. Take time to reflect and review on your past week. What are you doing and not doing? You are the expert of you. You know what you need to do to feel good. Choose to feel good. Get clear and do what you need to do to be your best self. Transform your mind and body by listening to your inner voice. You can do it. You can get out of a funk.